Perdón. No tenía el micrófono. No tenía el micrófono. Pantalla roja para mí automática, ¿vale? Es que me te quería poner una pantalla roja por eso de que se llama Red Streams, ¿vale? Entonces por eso tenía que empezar mal. Ahora sí. Bienvenidas a lo que os estaba diciendo. Como bien he dicho en el vídeo de hoy, quería hacer este directo con vosotros aquí, así que esto lo subiremos al canal secundario y lo reaccionaremos aquí. Se rumorean muchas cosas, ¿vale? Lo primero, que podría haber la actualización Next Gen, que es algo que parece más que evidente. Lo segundo, el DLC. Lo tercero, a Game Pass, cosa que yo veo más improbable, pero no imposible. También una demo gratuita y mucho más, ¿vale? Pero para todo esto, pues oye, tendremos que esperar a ver al directito, a ver qué tal se da. Muchas gracias a todos por estar por aquí. ¿De qué trata la actualización? No sabemos nada. Se supone que hoy nos van a actualizar información. Es algo bastante curioso que haya surgido así de repente. Pero yo estoy aquí ya preparadísimo, ¿vale? Así que voy a pasar directamente aquí. Voy a subir los volúmenes. Hostia, que tengo todavía el código de Mario Kart ahí. Me he quitado el código, ahí. Me voy a subir yo para arriba y ahí. Justo, preciso para comenzar, papu. Para comenzar. Vamos a ver qué es lo que nos ponen aquí, ¿vale? Tengo muchas ganas realmente, porque creo que se viene actualización Next Gen de The Witcher. O sea, de The Witcher, fuck. De Cyberpunk. Y tengo muchas ganas. Así que la redención de Cyberpunk puede que esté aquí. Abróchense los cinturones, que nos vamos, ¿eh? Abróchense los cinturones, que nos vamos. Nos vamos, papu. Nos vamos, papu. Ole, Cyberpunk. Bien, me gusta.
Has it really come to this, Night City?
Capturado en PlayStation 5, ¿por qué? Qué ganas, tío. ¿Por qué han decidido capturarlo en Play 5? Niebla volumétrica. ¿Por qué hay humo? No está en español en ningún sitio, ¿verdad? ¿Qué es esto, tío?
Whoa! Think fleas like you just get in for free?
You got VIP rooms here, you know, for private shindigs.
Oh, tiene AV mujer. Me gusta.
Think he could use a little more company? Hmm?
Don't try to play me.
Me
Either I see
gusta eso,
fleas
tío.
or your ass is walking.
Just chill, alright? Here.
Vale. Nuevas ropas, ¿no? Nuevos modelitos. Ya estamos vestidos para entrar.
Sweet Jesus. You hear that? Do you hear what the
Oh, Johnny Silverhand.
Johnny.
That's what peeps with bad taste always say. Don't know what he did to deserve what's coming, but his music taste is
Johnny
reason enough
Silverhand.
to drop it.
All good.
Music in here's god awful.
I like it. Beat keeps me awake.
Esto es el nuevo contenido.
Wanna have a word with your boss?
Es un contenido nuevo. Si esto es DLC, es DLC.
You're out of luck.
Mira, capturado en Series S ahora.
I don't care if he likes to talk.
Capturado en Series S.
Sure, he's upstairs in the VIP room. Just don't expect a friendly welcome.
Fuck you going. VIP areas for VIPs.
No, the boss, we're tight.
Boss knows a lot of peeps. Sure as shit ain't tight with us.
Que yo hace mucho que me lo pasé. No sé si esta misión existía o no.
Boss said to let nobody
Y le eché 60 horas,
Buenas tardes.
Hola, repostera. Puede ser que existiera. De todas, he hecho tantísimas misiones en Cyberpunk que yo no sé si esta misión existía o no. Van capturando en distintas versiones. No yo tampoco terminé todas las secundarias, Entonces no lo sé. Yo creo que tiene que ser contenido nuevo. Yo tampoco terminé todas las secundarias. Hay algunas secundarias que no hice. Hombre, hubo muchas que no hice. Hice 60 horas de juego aproximadamente, ¿vale? Y esta no me suena a mí. Me suena una parecida. En una discoteca, pero no era en esta discoteca. En esta discoteca no era otra discoteca. Me acuerdo perfectamente de la discoteca que era y no era esta.
Who the fuck are you? How'd you get in here?
Quiet down, or I'll have to cut our convo short.
Oh, I get it. Got a
Mal hecho
bounty
nunca ha
on my
estado.
head, have I? Who hired you? Militech? Asukaga? Or was it that wanker, Dino?
Sit down, Jack. I'm extending a
Series
fucking
X,
courtesy here. The fact that you're still alive means I'm open to parley.
Parlez-vous, go fuck yourself. Chit-chats for assholes. So let's get it over and done with. You versus me. Come on.
Say you win.
Tú contra
Say
mí,
you
vamos.
put me out of commission. You think your problems will just vanish into thin air? You crawled under a lot of people's skin. Said so yourself. Militech, Asukaga, Dino. They won't stop till your head falls at their feet.
So what? I'm supposed to blow my fucking brains out?
No.
Gracias por la sub, repostera.
All you have to do is leave Night City. I'll tell him you took lead between the eyes and none will be the wiser. You can start over. A brand new life.
Yeah? Start with what? Everything I got.
Me están entrando unas ganas de jugar otra vez a Cyberpunk, tío.
Staff, my girls?
And everyone who wants you dead. This isn't a
Hay
multi.
rumores de Game Pass, pero no sé yo,
You're
No sé
living
yo.
on borrowed time.
No sé yo.
Shit. Motherfucking bleeding cunt asshole.
Motherfucker,
Was that a yes or a no?
Just piss off and tell him the job's done.
Yo esta misión tiene que ser nueva. Series X. Estamos en Series X todavía. Y se notan los 60 frames, Creo que está 60 frames el directo, si no me equivoco, ¿verdad? Sí. Es que se notan los 60 frames, tío. Digo, tienen que tener el stream a 60 frames, seguro. De todas maneras, según qué área ya se veía muy bien. Lo que pasa es que el problema radicaba sobre todo en ciertos exteriores al aire libre. Tiene un buen setup, ahí mejor que el mío, Para manejar las cámaras de seguridad. Nadie nota la diferencia. Hostia, que sí se nota la diferencia. Sí se nota la diferencia, sí. Eso de que nadie nota la diferencia. Ya os digo yo que se nota ya. El directo no va a 30, el directo va a 60. No va a 30. Mira. Hombre, te digo yo que va a 60 porque se nota, míralo. Pasa que Twitch, el bitrate es un poco pedorrero, pero bueno. No, que a mí si me dan contenido nuevo, pues lo jugaré. Es que no hay otra, tío. Tómalo.
Yo, piss on me.
Ya vienen aquí los que vienen a puño, tío. Todo es DLC puro y duro, tío. Aquí tiene además todas las mejoras ya implementadas, tío. Y mejoras que por lo menos yo no conseguí. Hay mejoras que yo no llegué a conseguir.
Heard whispers monster bit the concrete. Nicely done. Gig sealed.
Está en la calle ya. Y estamos en Series X todavía. Vamos a ver, en escenarios nocturnos ya se veía bastante bien,
Night and good luck.
Hello everyone! Welcome to Red Streams 2. What you just saw was the first look at gameplay from next-gen consoles of Cyberpunk 2077, and
Sí.
if you would like to see some more, you can head to our YouTube channel soon to watch
Gameplay de
the next-gen consoles. We will be
de
talking
consolas de
to you
nueva
today
generación.
about patch 1.5 and next-gen update. as you
Yes,
probably-
finally.
Yes. But before we get into it, let's maybe introduce ourselves. So my name is Alicia, I'm a community manager.
Bien, bien, bien. Bien, bien, bien.
Senior community manager, and she's gonna be playing.
Parche de nueva generación,
today.
gente. Se viene. Se viene,
Also have Filip Marcinkowski, our gameplay QA,
Hello, my friends.
and Paweł Sasko, the quest director.
Yes, so as you know, I'm just a random dude with internet connection, but I'm really happy and excited to show you guys what we have.
Este de aquí abajo parece español, ¿eh?
Yes, and we
O
have
de algún
a
sitio
lot
por
of
ahí que no sea...
surprises prepared. So
Bueno,
first
se llama
of all,
Pavel
we'll be
Sasko, no creo,
talking
que tiene un inglés un poco...
Patch 1.5 that is coming to
Hola,
all of the
Ángel.
platforms that Cyberpunk is available at.
Exactly.
And it also brings the next-gen update for PS5 and Xbox Series S and X, well as a few free DLCs on top of that.
Just a few.
Yes, and we will basically walk through those.
Yes, so
Estaba cantado.
majority of the fixes and upgrades and features that you will see in this stream are coming to all of the available platforms.
Va a tener también mejoras,
Concerns the next-gen platforms.
errores solucionados aparte del update,
Show you the changes
del upgrade.
prepared.
Okay.
Go.
Let's go.
Ya vamos a tener en gameplay.
As you guys see, like, we heard online
¡Vamos!
a lot of feedback
Vamos,
regarding the
vamos.
works, right? And
Vamos,
everything
tío.
surrounding that. So one of the works that we've been doing to actually completely
Vamos.
redo it, rethink it, and look back and think exactly like how we can actually do it better. And there's ton of stuff that changed.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, we
vamos.
completely reworked our perk trees. But the first thing you should notice here
supone que sí, en
is
Series
that
X.
all of perks point are unassigned, and player, if you continue your playthrough on this patch,
Estaba cantado
you are able
que venía la
to
actualización.
redistribute them once more, because our changes were so vast that we
Add
have
to it.
to get all perks back to the player.
Okay, so when I load my save game, basically I need to go back and...
Están eufóricos los cabrones,
Yeah, exactly. And
Están eufóricos como para no,
basic
tío.
idea behind our changes in perks was to rebalance the game, the combat.
Creo que
game,
sí que implementarán
to
ray
make it
tracing,
more
supongo.
fair, and as well as get rid of some not that useful
Están dando la rama de
perks
habilidades un
we
poco.
got. For example, this infamous perk about preventing detection underwater. So
I mean, so that was my favorite one. I was always using it, so it's a pity
unfortunately, you are the only one.
Quiero ver esa actualización en
I was the only
movimiento,
one that was using
papi.
it. Okay.
As always.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll find a new favorite.
Yeah, so we scrub them and add some new that we find more interesting.
Okay, so
Bienvenido, Skullvilla.
like that I can now basically make my like dildo
Sí,
build
el menú
really
tiene como una
effective,
ligera...
right? That's basically what you're going to tell me, Philip.
Yes, yes.
Cara, es que hace que no abro el
We
menú.
make sure that your dildo build will be effective as never before.
Okay.
Oh,
So what
excellent.
other specific examples can we
Los directivos son los que vienen de ser
now?
despedidos y son factos los
For
que
example,
permitieron
in, cool perk
que
tree,
saliesen desde tiempo, tío.
we've got ninjutsu instead of stealth.
A día de hoy habría salido como tenía que salir.
Here is the perk,
O sea, a día de hoy
regular dealer.
han actualizado hasta los menús, tío.
Reintroduce our throwing knife combat loop, but we will elaborate on this later.
Han rehecho ciertas cosas y todo.
In this tree, we've got this perk about being detected underwater, blah blah blah. But now you have looking sharp perk that enhances throwing knives, basically.
Looking sharp.
Yep.
Well, we
And
will check it out.
And here we have Cold Blood perk tree, as you can see. And this is perk Blood Swell. Previously, it gains only immunities for the player, like immunity for burning.
Está hablando primero antes de
poison, etc.
las
Now we gave you a new ability to survive
de las ramas de habilidades.
final blow. So if you think about it, you can build around that different playstyle, let's say. We encourage you to play more aggressive, to play fast, not to use covers. So it's opportunity to you to play like that.
Oh, I see. So basically, like now I can, as a player, I can really
Cara, que digo,
like
estoy viendo los menús como
try
distintos,
completely
tío.
different playstyle, so to say, right? Like
Yeah.
just play in a different way, basically, with these changes.
Exactly. And I gave you only a few examples of our changes, but there's a lot more there, and I encourage you to check them, try them.
I mean, definitely, guys, when you boot up the game after 1.5, remember to check out the perks, check out what we changed, what we rebalanced, and redistribute all your perks, because otherwise you
Cara,
can
yo me quedé entrillado en una misión.
Random NPC.
Okay, yo
hay una misión que siempre se me quedó bugueada. Seguro que ahora, supongo que ahora se solucionará.
Yeah.
Equip
So-
one of those.
So basically, we make sure that you will no longer lose your knife once
Pero
thrown.
literal yo hubo una misión que se me quedó bugueada. Mira, van a hacer un enfrentamiento.
It works like a boomerang, let's say, because
Okay.
once you throw
What?
a knife, it get back to you. And
Oh, okay. So it's like a classic cyber knife. I get it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this little circle in the middle shows us
Exactly.
how long it takes it to come back.
Parece el
it's
cuchillo del
a
counter, tío.
cooldown for coming back, and it's
con el
different
cuchillo, ¿no?
regardless of depending on rarity of the knife. So
Oh, cool.
if you got legendary knife, it will come back faster.
Damn,
Yeah.
okay, I had no idea. Okay, this is really
That's
awesome.
cool.
And this UI
have a
element
trilogy
basically that
cyber.
is appearing now at the center,
Puck.
right after throwing the knife.
Yeah, it shows you when it get back, but
Yeah,
you
it's a-
Tú
also,
una muerte con cuchillos,
it's
tío.
a timer, yeah. But you can approach the knife you throw and get it back. So it is this part that encourage you to play fast.
I
like
see. So
that.
I don't have to like wait for a knife to be back. I can just approach it and grab it, right? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And
Really nice.
if you combine perks from ninjutsu with cold blood, you can do it without
Con la Red Wolf.
basically.
Okay, I think Amelia found some more dudes.
Boom, headshot.
Yeah, but
What?
actually we were speaking about the knife throwing, but there are also a lot of changes to the combat AI of NPCs in general. So would you guys like to elaborate on
Exactly.
that?
Yeah. There's a lot of changes that makes AI in combat more effective, let's say. Enemies react better to player actions. They find covers more effectively. They exit them if we are flanking them.
Está hablando de cómo reaccionan los enemigos, de que es,
On our stream,
por así
but
decir,
if
son
you
un poquito
try
más
the game,
inteligentes,
you will
lo que me
feel
está dando a
that
entender.
there's a lot of changes in quality.
Yeah, and I really want to like in this point like.
Han
just
mejorado un
give a
poco
lot
la
of
reacción de los
credit to
enemigos en
our
general.
team, because they did a ton of small changes here to basically make the NPCs be more clever, be more effective during combat, and we really like encourage you to just give it a shot, try it out, you know, see what actually now NPCs can do, and you know how fluid the combat feels now.
Okay, sounds good. And
La verdad es que había enemigos que eran muy
those guys
estúpidos, tío.
Left some bikes, you know. Nobody's here. I
You
think.
wanna grab
Hay
it?
enemigos que eran súper
Yeah, I
estúpidos.
wanna I want to
Take
take
the
this.
one, the yellow one.
Totalmente, sí. Jugamos
Yellow?
una...
Yellow,
Okay,
please.
let's take
Thank you.
yellow.
You like
The
Europe?
yellow.
Ah, que se va a coger la moto,
We like
Alright.
yellow.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So here is a first change. We've got neon rims now. In every bike in the game, you've got
Yeah,
neon
so
rims.
it's a basically a small add-on, so to say. But how do you actually cycle through that?
se ve
Amelia?
más
How do you,
fluidito
like, enable that?
el
So
tráfico.
I pretty much pressed left stick on the controller, but if you play on your keyboard, you pretty much just press E and they will be
Fuah.
on.
Me están entrando ganas de jugarlo otra vez,
In cars, E is for toggling lights, and on bikes you turn your neon rims.
Están jugando en Series X, según parece.
Yeah, and
Okay,
it's a
we can do something more. I see with our.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. I haven't seen that before.
Sí, los enemigos van a tener otro tipo de reacciones.
About driving model, because in 1.5 patch there is a lot of changes about
La ciudad vacía.
in our
Yo
game.
no la veo vacía,
See
es de
what
noche, tío.
Amelia can do now.
Yeah, so here you can see reworked burnout.
¿Vacía? ¿Por qué?
But you can do it.
Estás en medio de una puta carretera, tío.
Have a little fun.
¿Qué quieres que haya aquí?
Burning out. It
Right,
works.
and I can do it on the cars and the motorcycles, right?
Yeah, every changes are about bikes and cars as well. So
Okay, you mentioned cars, and I have to check it out.
yeah, and,
Yeah,
and
okay.
the driving model generally is.
A mí
more-
tampoco me llamaba hasta que lo jugué.
The vehicles feel a little bit heavier. We make braking better. We simulate ABS.
No me he
for
enterado muy
example.
bien exactamente cuándo se actualiza.
Also, there is opportunity to perform drifts when you.
He intentado buscar con subtítulos en español para enterarme bien de todo.
Exactly,
pero
and I feel like the suspension also feels better in the
no lo he
cars.
encontrado, tío.
Right
Yeah,
now
and-
in 1.5.
Exactly, and suspension was added to the traffic cars as well, so you can observe that they moving on the suspension.
Okay, that's cool.
What I like the most is that
Porque ni ellos mismos lo emiten en
model
su
car
canal.
feels and bike feels a little bit different, and it encouraged me to try different.
En Series S han enseñado el contenido anterior.
Ones I like the most.
Yeah, someone
this is-
didn't like my car and just crashed it.
This is definitely something
No,
for
le van a
them
meter
to
un buen
try out
repaso,
themselves and check out like which car would be their
Muchas gracias por regalar la sub,
the best. But
repostera,
there's one thing I noticed that Amelia
a Victor, tú,
called a lot of
Victoru,
vehicles,
90.
and they landed in different places, so they don't crash at one place right now anymore.
Yeah.
Sí, el tráfico vehicular dicen que ha mejorado también,
It was a
sí.
bug, right? Like,
Lo que he dicho
we-
antes, que
we
es más-
know
va a ser más
that was
fluido.
addressing, and of course, we took care of
Y
it,
los
so
enemigos
finally
no van a
it
ser tan
works
imbéciles.
properly, right now.
Yeah.
But I'm also seeing more changes actually right now when Amelia's driving.
Yeah, one of
In
the
first person.
One of the major improvement is that is visibility in first-person perspective when we're driving a car.
Es que
We tweak them and
demasiada
now you
ambición,
can see
tío,
the road
para
in each
lo que
model.
corrieron.
So you can enjoy first-person view when driving and enjoy these beautiful dashboards that I
Exactly,
really
yeah,
really
beautiful
like.
interiors. Yeah, I remember. I think the Villafort was like particularly bad before.
Yeah.
That like I couldn't see shit from
Demasiada
the car. I
ambición
also
pa' lo
saw
que-
low
pa-
that I
pa-
felt like my ass is like brushing the
pa' los
asphalt,
tiempos que tenían,
literally.
yeah.
So, so I'm glad that actually like I can now enjoy it in first person, because before it was kind of challenging to drive in first person.
And
Yeah,
it was
Quemando
a
rueda.
pity because this car was a reward from one of the mission, and now you can feel it in 100%.
And yeah, and we can do the burnout, as we can see, do the donut as well in the cars, right?
Oh, I definitely need to try it once the
Yeah.
patch is live, because this looks
No,
freaking
la culpa la
amazing.
tuvieron los
I
altos
wouldn't be able to
directivos.
do it in real life, but here
El de arriba del todo.
Maybe
I
it's-
see.
You should try. You should try.
El que
it's
salía
like
siempre
that
a
if
hacer
you
los
don't
comunicados,
do
es
it in
ese.
real life.
Maybe one day.
I mean,
I will show you. I will show you later.
You need to
Okay.
talk to the dudes by my window, because people do exactly that, in Warsaw. So
Ah, el problema que tuvieron fue el problema que tuvieron. Esto.
that unfortunately.
Mira, esta era la discoteca que decía
We've
yo.
also done more
Creo que
changes,
esta era la
when it
discoteca que os
comes to
decía yo,
the
donde hice la misión yo.
crowds and traffic in general,
Creo que fue en
right?
esta.
Yeah.
Yes. The
We-
AI.
We make the city more living.
Que aquí tienes que
let's say
hacer una
that.
misión, tienes
For
que poner
example,
fidelidad,
we
puede ser.
used, aggressive crowds. Crowds
Yeah,
that
Si mal
can
no recuerdo.
react to your action, your aggressive action. And here
Creo
you can
que
see
era algo de
that
esto.
one of the crowd starts shooting
La
at you
misión que hice
because
yo
you point gun at the crowd.
No sé exactamente,
They
no
actually
sé.
aggroed some of the normal,
Bouncers.
of the bouncers of the club.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
It's a pretty cool thing. Like, just it brings up a bit more reactivity
Mira.
and life to the city. The fact
Charcos
that like
que no se
some
buguean.
of the crowds, some of the people are actually armed, and they may decide to actually attack you at the moment when they like threaten them in some ways.
Yeah.
Mira,
And
la reacción de la gente cuando disparas corre, no desaparece.
More smooth, let's say. Crowds no running.
Antes cuando disparaba y dabas la vuelta, la gente desaparecía, tío.
Turn camera away.
Yeah, like they don't disappear.
Ve,
they don't
sigue estando la gente ahí.
Like, make a 360
Antes había un bug
It was
jodido,
amazing.
tío.
We could
Mira, se ahora saca la
actually see them
pistola.
running the other way from you once
Antes
you-
había un
once-
bug
once we
que si
went
tú
further than
disparabas,
them.
la gente se agachaba, te dabas la vuelta y debía desaparecer.
And also, we
Ahora ya salen como
change
corriendo,
in
¿no?
crowds, but also in traffic. So we've got.
Oh, okay.
We
So
co-
let's look at what happens to the traffic then.
Sí.
We call it panic driving, and basically we do the same as with crowds.
Están mostrando la reacción que tienen
drivers can react
los
to
NPC.
players' actions. They can drive away from the player if you are aggressive towards them.
Yeah, that's an example of just like simply gang attacking us and following us.
Yeah.
Mola porque estoy viendo que hay más
Guys, I need more cards. I need
lógica en la reacción que tiene el entorno contigo, ¿vale?
Our cycle.
Que antes se rompía el juego con una facilidad, tío.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to get
You
away.
have to kill them off,
Let's
or
go.
kill them
No,
off.
I'm just gonna kill
Antes
this
se rompía
guy.
muy fácilmente, tío.
You're aggro. But basically what we have introduced is like the fact that right now when you cycle through the to the time, which I think Amelia actually can do right now,
Yes.
is that the crowds will actually change. And here you have one of our quality of life improvements.
Se dice que va a haber una demo
Yeah,
también,
we redesigned the UI of the
esperar
skip
hasta una
time
hora, esto.
mechanic,
Yeah.
so you can now more clearly see which time you will be
Nos
skipping
van a
to.
enseñar diurno.
And you don't have to do the math. Which
Yeah.
which hour will be when you skip 6 hours forward.
Yeah, so I see that we
Cuidado, porque la
skipped times
distancia de
like
dibujado-
the middle of the day, and now the streets are actually more full than they were
Yeah.
during the night.
La distancia de dibujado que tiene... Cuidado.
Oh wow,
Reloaded.
this bye just drove over that guy.
¡Mira el niño! ¡Ah!
Fella.
Yeah,
I
so
hope
think
he's
this
okay.
I think this is Philip, what you have called just before a panic driving, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Mira, la reacción de los coches
exactly,
cuando...
like, because we had started shooting, he decided, fuck this shit.
Hostia, han atropellado a un pavo.
I'm moving away from here.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried, but I can
Está
see
haciendo
that they
interacción,
even crashed a
¿vale?
little bit.
Tanto con coches como con peatones.
The drivers can crash into obstacles and, for example, lose consciousness in front of the wheel. So
Yeah. The
it's
cars can crash
Que no lo
into
sé,
themselves,
Ruby,
the
hay
crash
que
can
esperar a ver
actually,
qué es lo que dicen.
I think, like, drive over pedestrians as well. That also happens.
yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, here you have an example of like that driver decided to get the
I
hell out of
I'm
here.
out of here. Yeah.
Antes era tan fácil buguearlo todo.
Amelia.
Amelia, do you
I think this guy is.
Oh yeah, he probably lost consciousness there.
Yeah.
Okay, Amelia, do you think maybe we've had enough of like
Lo que deberían de
mayhem
solucionar
in the
son las...
middle of the city?
Deberían poner persecuciones,
Did we?
¿reales?
Okay.
Y
I
solucionar lo de la
think-
policía, tío.
Whoa!
Oh, that's one of the examples actually when like during the panic driving they can actually drive on the pavement and drive on the pavement when, and of course, you know, they can drive through the, you know, lampposts and all that stuff when they try to get away from you. And you can also like, I think what
Los
Philip,
tíos han puesto mucho
mentioned that you
ímpetu,
can also, like, follow
mucho
them and
hincapié
see, you know,
en-
what
Yeah.
those
En
drivers
que la
do.
inteligencia artificial ha
so,
mejorado.
But
Bastante,
I see
La
Amelia has
reacción de los
opened the
coches, de los
map
peatones.
to like find her way
Antes está
home.
muy roto.
And we actually
ese
have
aspecto.
a couple of changes on the map, like some new colors were added.
Yeah, so there's actually lots of like smaller quality improvements here that contribute to this picture. So first of all, of course, you know, the map in general was refreshed. The icons were replaced. Now you actually very clearly see the side content from the main content.
Yeah, so the side
Han
content
actualizado
is now
muchas
this,
cosas.
This greenish
Básicamente.
hue, and the main quest, main gigs are still the yellow ones. So you can
Reorganizado
clearly
otras
see
y han
which ones
hecho
are
una
which.
limpieza general de,
So
de muchas
basically,
historias.
the green color is
No.
from the fixers. So
Yes,
Yes,
some gigs.
exactly. Exactly, and you can see here, and you can see here, like, basically undiscovered gigs are just gigs. This is basically boosting a bit of a sense of a discovery for you as a player. Okay, what it is. Before you could basically kind of tell, you know, what it is. Now, before you actually discover it, you don't know. But there is actually more.
Yeah, speaking of fixers, right? Now, as we see Dino, he has the counter of the gigs that can be completed for him, and besides that, we don't also get all of the gigs at once from the fixers. So we need to earn something by completing some gigs for them before they can give us more of those.
Exactly. That basically in general,
PlayStation 4 tampoco puede llegar a muchísimo más ya de lo que da, tío.
Me as a player like SV in a mercenary Night City actually progressing, you know, when I'm actually like gaining the street cred and gaining the experience in the city, doing the gigs and whatnot, I'm gaining that standing, as you can see, basically that reputation with a certain fixer. And basically more jobs, more interesting jobs.
Esto va más allá de simplemente una simple actualización gráfica, ¿vale? Han arreglado muchas cosas, tanto menús como inteligencia artificial, como todo.
That's true, actually. So that basically is an encouragement for you as a player to actually try out. There are new rewards that we have added, a completely custom, pretty cool rewards that we have added for you to try out, basically. So that a fixer will basically contact you, and you know you will know.
Tiene más distancia de dibujado,
reward from there. I guess we don't have to spoil more.
Yeah, and it's also worth mentioning that we added filters to the map, so you are not overwhelmed with all icons at the same time. You can filter through them.
Yes, and the filters were visible at the left corner of the map just a moment ago. So you can like cycle through this and basically see
lo actualizarán. En consolas antiguas a lo mejor lo meterán una actualización, pero no es una actualización next gen porque no son next gen.
White icons basically, so let's say, you know, vendors or Ripper Dogs or whatnot.
Este juego no está hecho para la generación anterior. Es que no está hecho para. Fue el error que hicieron, tío.
So it definitely declutters the map
Sacarlo donde no lo tenían que sacar. Si hubiesen esperado y solo nueva generación, ya está.
That you are looking for at the moment. Anyway, as we are heading to home, maybe we should sum up a little bit. Yes. Because we mentioned some of the changes that are coming with 1.5.
No, el nuevo contenido será para todas.
The combat AI as well as crowd behavior and drivers AI is getting smarter. It's getting it has more diverse reactions to what V does in Night City. We also have
don't forget about it.
Of course, that's very important. But also now we have working knife throwing, which actually brings the whole new playstyle to the game.
Por cierto, me acaba de llegar el código de la Hecho Collection de Switch. Así que haré vídeo en cuanto pueda, ¿vale?
I have to mention one more
en cuanto me dejen, ahora miraré.
Not only combat is rebalanced, but also economy in the game.
En cuanto me dejen hago vídeo.
Your rewards are bigger, you get more cash, and prices are also rebalanced. So, for example, vehicles are not that expensive as in Wine.
¿El DLC será gratuito? Pues no, si te
soy
soy sincero, no lo sé.
Easier to buy stuff, for example.
Creo que había la actualización gratuita y también había una de pago que no sé si al final seguirá siendo de pago.
Exactly.
Porque iba a ser tocha.
About economy, I think Wilson has something for us, because you know, look at his store. It's like all red-ish.
It looks like sale. Looks like Wilson sale.
Wilson is having a first sale. Inflation has hit him badly. So you can see here like a bunch of new decorations. Of course, you know, we have like updated that bit. So what we can actually expect from Wilson now?
Well, first of all, let's just say that this is actually the first DLC that we are introducing in 1.5. Because clearly we are adding some new stuff, and the new stuff are.
So pretty much, I sort of cheated before the stream, and I already visited Wilson. I'm sorry. Okay. But I already bought like 2 new weapons. So it's the guillotine in Umbra, but they come in like different colors, different varieties, as you can see. But I think we can do a little magic. Skip time again. Hope for the restock.
So basically, he has 2 new rifles.
Ahora veremos gameplay a buena calidad porque lo han subido a 4K, ¿vale?
Scopes and
han subido gameplay a 4K en el canal.
Ricochet bullets.
Literal.
Yeah, so we have handyman.
Han subido media hora de gameplay a 4K, tío.
Work? Because like I see that
Tal cual.
after actually skipping this time and actually
Y se
waiting
ve
a
del
bit,
pollón.
it seems that his stock has changed, right? And we see this like new label, right, on those icons that basically communicate to the player that this is a new stock. But how basically the store works?
This DLC.
Ahora lo vemos a buena calidad porque han subido gameplay a 4K,
At the beginning of the first act of the game, we have to meet Takemura
PS5 y en
at
Series
Tom
X.
Diners.
Oh yeah,
And,
don't leave him hanging, basically.
Don't leave him, please. Not like in the memes. And after this scene, we are informed by Wilson.
Sí, hay rumores
by
que dicen de que
text
saldrá
message
en
that he has
Game
sailed,
Pass, sí.
and
Pero
when
no
we are
creo,
approaching him for the first time, he got most of the items
No
from
creo,
DLC,
Mhm.
and when we visit him later on, it will be randomized. So
Yeah. And we can cheat that as we see, like Amelia did, by simply skipping time, so he has time to restock on the guns and on the new stuff.
Okay. Oh, so that's
Albert fue.
Okay.
That's pretty sweet.
Vamos a ver, tío.
Okay. But
Acaban de decir hace un rato que no solo han mejorado los gráficos,
I think that, you know, our
que han mejorado la inteligencia artificial de los NPC, que han mejorado la fluidez del tráfico, la inteligencia artificial del tráfico también. Han mejorado menús, han rehecho ciertas cosas en las ramas de habilidades, han hecho muchas cosas, no solo han mejorado gráficos, tío.
So you also can
Han mejorado la experiencia en general.
cheat the time, like skip the time, and then you will get all of the new colors, like collect them all, right?
Yes.
As
And
we are
they were
moving-
not that expensive either, so you can afford
Yeah,
them.
as we are moving through the mega block, I just wanted to mention something. Like we have also done like one of the bigger quality of life improvements, which is actually option to reject holocalls. At the moment when anyone from actually side
Y dale, tío, y porque no mejore unas cosas no significa que no hayan mejorado otras o qué. Solo vamos a ver la mierda y no vamos a ver las novedades, tío. Solo las mierdas. Solo vemos las mierdas, tío. Ya lo sé que son muchas cosas que no están, tío, pero que vayan poco a poco arreglándolo y ya está. Ya con lo que están haciendo me parece un gran avance, tío. Si estamos todo el puto rato quejándonos, tío.
It is
Colega.
actually in settings that you can by default reject some of the calls, like the
¿Qué quieres que te diga, socio?
commissioner or something.
NCPD dispatcher,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, dispatcher.
You can actually
Regina.
Ya lo jugaremos y veremos a ver qué es lo que han cambiado. Ya está.
Okay, can I go home now?
Yeah,
I want some
we've done
rest.
enough.
Okay.
Oh, you are grounded.
Ya sabemos las carencias que tiene perfectamente y lo que nos introdujeron. Nos
So
sabemos ya
what
de
we
sobra,
have
tío.
in the on the home then?
Well, I think, oh yeah, that's something that we definitely want to show you. It's being spoiled on the screen right now. So,
Not anymore.
not anymore. Basically what we added is the ability to change your appearance mid-game.
Exactly.
In
Oye,
the
no te
mirror,
rías
it's
tanto
apart.
que te
So
comes
here
un
we
ban,
go.
¿eh?
Change
Okay.
appearance.
But how does it work? So is
Pero
is
así
it
te lo
just
digo,
it, right? Like, is there anything more to it?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we have all the
Quiero ver
options that
el-
were available to you.
Sí, está más está. De todas maneras han subido un gameplay a 4K.
When it comes to hair
Que lo voy a ver
color
ahora.
or makeup styles in the character creator, but we also added a
Han subido un
bunch
gameplay a 4K que lo voy a ver ahora.
on new options for like hair or makeup and stuff like that. So as you can see now, we have a bunch of new colors. I think Amelia is gonna choose one
Nuevos
of them.
colores pa'l pelo.
because they're-
Para
Come on,
pelo.
they're beautiful.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
gonna
so just
go
yeah,
for this
exactly.
one.
Show us some new ones. So this is one of the new ones.
Sí,
right?
porque meten
Yes,
mejoras en
yes,
inteligencia
yes.
Tell me
artificial también.
one thing. Do we have red
Tiene que haber
lipstick
actualización
finally?
también en PC.
I
we have
will
that?
see.
Yes, we do. That's another one. That's another
Finally.
one.
Finally.
What's also cool that you can actually choose the style of your lipstick. So it's either glossy or
matte.
Or matte,
Matte,
definitely,
yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
here you have
Oye, voy a cambiar a mi
What I'm talking
muñeca, eh.
about.
Yeah, I think glossy is also my choice. Yeah, that
And
would be
also,
something.
we have so many new beautiful
Albert,
makeup
tío, que te
options
relajes
for
un
your
rato,
eyes.
socio.
Oh, as you can see, Amelia is quickly going through them, but definitely you guys need to check them
Que
out.
te relajes un rato porque
And
si
they're
no
not
te
only
relajo yo,
available
eh.
here in the mirror, but you can also, like, if you decide to create the new character from,
en
from
mi
the
casa,
start,
tío, yo
then
decido
it's
hasta
also
dónde, eh.
available in
No
character
tú.
creator at the beginning of the game, with an improved lighting. As we can see now, it's much more natural than it used to be.
Yes.
Okay.
For sure. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly go for hearts.
Oh,
Okay,
hearts on the
excellent.
cheeks, that's beautiful.
Yeah, we have also added like a small touch, like a more of like a narrative touch here. Basically, after changing it, you can see basically looking at herself.
Mira, voy a beber agüita.
You know,
Agüita,
just,
agüita.
to give it more of a feel. Okay, let's. Exactly.
No, guys, we need you to
Ala, te vas
show
un
us
ratito.
your own like makeovers
A pensar.
after you have the patch downloaded because
Sure, I will.
we're curious
Muchas
what
gracias,
you.
Barbudo.
I was talking to the viewers, but yeah, Philip, send.
Red lipstick. Red lipstick.
Exactly. Let's jump on it. Okay, but it's so
Hostia, que
that
gente-
was
es que hay gente
basically
muy
a second
pesada,
DLC as
Muy
far as
pesada,
I'm
tío.
aware,
Yes.
right? Like,
¿Verdad?
but that's not all, right? Like we
Yes, let's
also
go to
have
the
a
third one.
The
we
third
also
one
have
is
a
right
third
here.
one. And the third one is a pretty big one.
It's actually, you know, we've been
Molaría que
talking about this
metiesen-
makeover, and now we go to home makeovers.
Yes.
Okay.
Easy states.
Sobre todo más temas de
Exactly.
tatuajes
So we have added
personalizados, tío.
basically a new website in your computer on this apartment called Easy Estates. And here you have two different options, as I can see, for rent and
makeovers.
renovations and makeovers.
We're gonna go for makeovers first because our V just got makeover, so I think the flat also, you know,
No, el gameplay de 4K está colgado ya.
fit the theme and all that stuff, and we have.
El gameplay de 4K está ya colgado.
Amelia, which one
En
would
cuanto
fit
termine lo voy a ver
and,
aquí con
I
vosotros.
don't wanna know. I don't know.
The pink flamingo one.
The Pink Flamingo. Okay.
Modo online
Flamingo
aquí.
City,
uf,
sorry.
Flamingo City. Okay, so here
complicado, ¿eh?
basically after choosing a certain
esto es una ciudad
makeover, you can
persiste-
see basically in large
es una
pictures
ciudad
that you-
persistente,
as a player you can
con
basically
vida
see, okay,
inteligente,
does
se
it feel,
supone. De allí
you know,
la
does it
hay-
work for me? Can I express
Es
my
otro tipo de juego,
masculinity
tío.
fully using this pink makeover? You know, so here can do it.
Okay, let's see it in the full glory.
Sí, cambiar de
okay,
casa.
yeah, let's look at it.
It's
So-
definitely
so it-
pink and it's green.
But it cost us only 10k. So
You owe
so
me
that's not bad.
10k.
Bastantes cosillas,
Let's
están
talk
mejorando,
after the
Fran.
stream.
Okay.
La verdad. Bastantes
Right.
cosillas.
So as you can see, basically, like the whole apartment sort of gets a pretty decent, I would say, repaint. And you have like, as we said, 6 styles, right, to
Yes.
pick from. Cool.
So whichever represents you best.
La
one
personalización
of
del
those.
cuarto.
Yeah.
But there's also
Lo veis, ¿no?
more on the website,
Yeah,
right?
chulo.
there is
Let's
more
go
on the
back.
website.
Let's go back.
Yeah, let's go back.
I'm actually
so basically,
super
this
excited
option,
about this one.
this option was for the players who really loved like the base V's apartment in the mega block, and mega building. But there is more.
So we introduced 4 new apartments for you to rent, and each of
¿Un nuevo
them
apartamento?
is located in different
Sí,
places.
sí, porque hay
in Night
personalización
City.
del-
So basically, whichever fits you best, whichever is good for your pocket, because as we can obviously see, the Corpo one in Corpo Plaza is 55k.
Hostia,
so
qué caro.
It's a lot more expensive than the other one in Japantown, for example, which is,
Vamos, que te
I
puedes
think, only
comprar
15K.
nuevo...
Yes, and I'm gonna go for this one
Nueva
because you
choza.
took my 10k and I cannot afford Corporal Plaza anymore.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so when we were actually looking into the design of the apartments for V, we thought about actually like for the player be able to express their
Con la de
own
juegos que hay, como me hagan otra vez jugar a
as V.
esto.
So let's say you
mato,
play as V as a corpo, right? Maybe you actually really want that corpo plaza and just really have that, you know, corporate life. Or maybe when you play as street kid, maybe you would
Es que los
prefer
mato,
the
tío.
Japantown.
Qué chulo
and so
tienen
on.
el-
I encourage you really to try out, you know, different apartments and see, you know, for what works best for you.
Okay, but I
Supongo
already
que para el
forgot
final,
where
sí.
I have to go, so I'm gonna check.
De aquí te
Yeah,
coge.
so this is just one of the small
Apartments.
quality of life improvements that we
Vamos,
have
Sirito,
introduced
¿qué
for you
tal?
guys. In the journal, you have now the
Japantown, tío.
apartments tab. You can go there. You see all of those.
Yo quiero en Japantown,
nice,
tío.
flavored descriptions.
Yo quiero mi
You
apartamento
can,
en Japantown.
Basically track certain quests, you know, to get there. You don't have to use the website though to rent the apartment. You can actually do it at the place. You have a separate scene, you know, that introduces you into it. Again, just a small quality of life thing. We didn't want to force you, you know, to run to the apartment and do that.
Yeah, so either by the website in this apartment, or you can just stumble onto those
Yo
apartments.
lo hice con V,
across
chica.
the city.
Yes,
when
and
you
they
are-
have.
And it's worth adding that
Yo me iba a vivir a Japantown, pero de
the
cabeza, vamos.
DLC is enabled similar to the Wilson's Sale DLC. So after the beginning of the first act of the game, after Takemura scene.
Okay, so
I think we have a question from the chat from McBeefy. Does Nibbles follow you home to the new apartment?
No, actually, Nibbles doesn't. And Nibbles does not follow you to the new apartment. Nibbles is really a
Nos
key
iban
of
colgando
your
alguna que otra
apartment in the in Megablock. However, Nibbles also got some new secrets.
A ver si van colgando alguna que otra novedad.
Because this patch is actually packed with things that we won't talk about. And things that are
Conducción
not
mejorada.
included,
Aparentemente simulación ABS. Apartamentos en alquiler 4. Apartamentos personalizables, lo que hemos visto ahora. Personalización del personaje desde tu apartamento.
So there are some
Mejoría a conductores, peatones y enemigos. Beneficios reelaborados. Mejor salto de tiempo. Vale, esos son varios de las novedades que por ahora han...
Probably 3
no sé lo que
people
dura.
know about it.
So Night City has some new secrets to be discovered for you guys right after the patch.
And now,
podemos customizar todo el apartamento y todo el personaje desde el apartamento.
Yeah, I know, but
este juego no tiene que tener tercera persona, Lugros, porque perdería toda la gracia. La gracia de este juego es primera persona y ver tu personaje como lo tienes que ver. No va a haber tercera persona porque este juego no está hecho para jugarlo en tercera persona. Básicamente.
Because you can do it now.
Because you can.
Multiplayer, olvidaos de multiplayer.
Because we added a walk button, walk toggle to PC, so basically you can now just walk slowly and admire Night City while doing that.
De poder personalizar el personaje cuando quieras.
Yeah, you can flex walking. I mean, but it's not really like a huge feature or anything, but we know you guys wanted it, right? Like it was highly requested.
DLC gratuitos con 2 nuevas armas. Y opción de personalización en el juego de apartamento.
But then we ended up in our new place.
Que va a traer también
yes, we ready.
Drum roll.
So let's go and let's see it.
I'm gonna close my eyes.
En Japantown me voy a poner un apartamento, pero con un campeón.
Right, so first time when we actually get to your apartment, there's this small video that will introduce you to it. But then, of course, you know, you can move around and actually enjoy the place. So I think here we can also mention work that our environment art team has.
¿Por qué olvidarse del multiplayer? Porque todavía no han arreglado un jugador. O sea, ¿tú arreglarías, harías otra cosa cuando no has arreglado la principal? Pregunto. ¿Te pondrías a pintar las paredes cuando todavía no has hecho la casa entera? Pregunto. Primero tendrás que hacer la casa y luego pintarás las paredes de la casa, ¿no? Esto es igual. Cuando esté hecho, terminado y rematado el modo un jugador, se podrá pensar en un multijugador. Pero ahora es que no pienso en multiplayer ahora. Quiero que arreglen esto todo. Que me quede en el juego. Mirad qué chulo el apartamento, tío.
So let's check some of them.
Okay. Gonna do this.
Burning incense.
Sí, son los nuevos.
Yes, so basically the interactions that we have in those different departments, those are small things, but they are all basically.
Me mola mucho, este lo quiero yo para mí. Me van a hacer jugar otra vez, tío. No sé ni cuánto dinero tengo ahora mismo en el juego. Bueno, imposible. No penséis en un multiplayer ahora porque no tiene sentido, tío.
Now, can
we
play?
can also let's play the guitar. Because actually the chat is demanding we play the guitar.
Okay, let's play the guitar.
Let's play the
what
guitar
tune we have to play?
Punish your mom.
What song?
Never fail.
The best one. The best one.
The best
one? So the best one. Okay, let's
the
play
Never Fade Away is the best one, obviously.
It's a difficult choice.
And here you can see the design.
Tocar la guitarra.
From 80s, basically. It's a headless guitar. It's close to the real one.
Design.
Yeah, and I have to appreciate work from our animators and cinematic artists because I really like how they make moving fingers.
También se han mejorado el manejo de los vehículos,
Right and left hand works really good, really accurate. So,
el árbol de habilidades lo hemos visto antes, pero por lo visto en el gameplay lo vamos a poder ver más después, ¿vale?
In the apartment, right? Because it was cool, you know, to sit down and chill and whatnot, but I think there is more that we have added.
Yes. So while we are showing something more, we have another question: whether you can own all of the apartments at once, and
Yes, if you're very fucking filthy rich.
Yes.
Sure you can. Of course, there's no limit. You can actually own all of the apartments, so feel free to do it.
Me gusta el apartamento
you
este,
just need enough eddies to do that.
Yeah, so talking about those interactions that we have added, there's actually more.
También de toda la interacción de todo lo que hay en
right?
el...
Because some of those actually give you
Muy
buffs.
chulo, Muy
but
chulo,
maybe
tío. Me
let's
gusta
talk
mucho
about
esto,
that
tío.
one first. I think someone was asking about it. We have the stash right there on the right. No?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, sure. We can also really quickly talk about the stash. So basically, apartments come in with the stashes, and here we have basically introduced.
Yo Animal Crossing no lo tengo ni instalado ahora mismo,
that,
o sea que...
all the stashes in all the apartments
Ni
are
instalado.
actually shared. So now, as a player, basically whichever apartment you have, wherever weapon you will place, you can actually place it there, and they all actually show up on the wall.
Van a meter, qué chulo, mira, esto para los jugadores de PlayStation 5 va a estar muy chulo. Van a meter opciones para el DualSense, tío.
On the walls, so here you can do it.
And also,
Para la vibración áptica, por lo visto.
Players' vehicles. So
Yes,
this is the whole
Lo estoy viendo aquí.
whole web of stashes in Night
So
City.
it's all together. Okay, now we can go to sleep and showcase you that some of the
Eso
activities
está muy bien,
in the apartment actually give us buffs.
Yeah, for example, sleeping give you buff to experience points for skills.
Exactly. There's and there's a bunch more actually that we will just leave the players.
Aproveche la vibración áptica en Play, mola,
Talking
tío.
about sleeping, right? I need to tell you about something. So we know that you guys are really loving the romances, right, in our game, and you're like really liking the characters. So we looked back in our romances into our 4 romance partners, and we introduced a bunch of new changes and improvements there. And one of the things that you can do right now is
Hombre, es que también han tenido la promo con Xbox,
you can actually message them way more often throughout the whole development of that romances, and it's done differently for each character. We paid attention to the personality of a certain character. There's a bunch of new things to discover there, which I won't talk about. I'm sure that
Por fin se duerme con las piernas por dentro, eso es otra,
to talk to your partners. But as you know, when you become a partner with someone, that place of that.
Algo tan importante, yo creo que mejor hacer un stream que decirlo por un, que ser tan cutre de hacerlo por un Twitch, tío. Creo,
got some improvements.
Okay, so what happened there? Or we don't want to spoil that?
Maybe I don't want to spoil it, but one thing we can mention, the option to, when you are going to sleep, you if you
Dormía con el cuerpo por fuera, tío.
Let's say Judy, there is a chance, I won't spoil how it's done exactly, but there's a chance that you wake up next to your beloved person. And then there's more things actually connected to this. Those are small touches. Basically, it's nothing really major, but those are small touches throughout the whole storylines of those characters that basically make you feel really that you're closer to that characters. And also, they give you like a proper sort of a continuation to that romance story arc. And I know that a lot of you requested that.
I mean, and it's just in time for
Hacedme caso, van a mejorar muchas cosas,
Yep, exactly.
Perfect timing.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
I need a shower because I'm completely smashed.
Okay.
Volveré a hablar con Judy de nuevo, a ver qué ha cambiado tras la actualización.
Yeah, so this is one of the
Aquí tampoco ha saltado todavía, a mí. A mí no me ha saltado todavía.
Which means V is actually taking her clothes off in the shower, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, like, that's the thing. Like, I remember I went to Reddit at one point, and I was shocked to discover that you guys shower undressed, right? Like that was not really something that came to my mind right away. But apparently most people shower with no clothes. So we decided we need to change it, right?
Don't tell me you actually shower in your clothes.
I do that randomly, just depends. But anyway, it was obviously an issue that we have fixed.
Yeah, okay. But also I can see that the shower actually gave us another buff.
Yeah, exactly. We can see the buff. And also, I think Amelia just passed next to the mirror, right? Amelia, maybe we could take a look at that. Because one thing I wanted to mention is, like, aside of those, interactions that allow you to roleplay a bit more and just really feeling like being in a night city, as a player, you also have mirrors in all of the apartments where you can actually access the option to mod your own appearance.
Yeah. So right now,
Lo que me
actually,
jode es que
Johnny
todo
messed up
esto
a little
ahora
bit
se
for
está
us.
implementando cuando tenía que haber estado de salida.
But
tío.
in general, all of the apartments have the mirrors where you can customize your character mid-game.
Yeah, Johnny is here, of course, intentionally, right? Because like as his a long time memory slowly.
A mí lo que me mola es que va a haber más romance. Que va a haber más romance, gente, que van a extender los romances. Que eso a mí es lo que más me ha gustado de todo lo que han dicho.
So that's of course intentional. That's not a bug.
O sea, se supone que cuando terminas el romance habrán metido más líneas de romance dentro del propio. Iremos a ver a Judy en cuanto vuelva a abrir el Cyberpunk. A ver qué.
Okay, but speaking of Johnny, we actually went through like 3 different DLCs, which are the new guns for V, the new apartments for V, the new customizations to this look. Yeah. But we also added a DLC for Johnny.
Yeah.
And yes, we
Hombre, es que yo tengo un romance con Judy,
so basically we added a few new photo mode poses for him. So now whenever you are in the scene in his memories, when you are playing as Johnny, you can take opportunity and take some nice pictures with Johnny.
Las prisas.
Exactly. And because we know that they're like how to call it, like the virtual photography scene for Cyberpunk is really huge. Like we actually follow it kind of closely. Like I love like watching it.
Mis 10 también para Panan, pero es que Judy especialmente. Yo me alegré cuando me dice, bueno, que si no hago spoiler, ¿vale?
You don't have to mod everything.
Pero vamos, que me alegré de tener romance con Judy. Que no lo haya jugado sabrá el porqué.
So those new poses will
es que si digo algo ya desvelo una cosa importante y no quiero. Pero Marshall, no digo yo spoiler, no digas spoiler, cabrón. No digas spoiler, cabrón.
So, guys,
que le jodes a muchos la experiencia del romance. No lo estoy diciendo yo. Y lo dices tú, tío.
About those things, and this is not even everything that is going in the patch 1.5.
No, it's just a bunch of the most important changes or changes that we wanted to show. Like the list is much longer, actually.
Okay.
So let's maybe sum up. So we had a few
cosas
DLCs.
Importantes no las digáis, tío.
We have some extra improvements, and pretty much now we can also see what platform gets what, right?
Yes. So the DLCs are available for all platforms. Most of the bug fixes, improvements, rebalances, stuff like that, also available on all possible
Yo hoy me he hecho una misión. Lo he vuelto a abrir para ver cómo iba a jugar.
Won't be going to the last gen platforms because of the memory issues mostly.
Nuevas armas, adicional apartamentos adicionales. Airdressing en el cambio de peinado en el espejo.
And this is going to be
balanceo de gameplay, economía y sistema de luz. Ray tracing en sombras. Varios cambios de visuales, de calidad visual. El sonido espacial de audio, se supone. DualSense controller, eso mola, tío.
PlayStation 5 because the PS4 version that you are now playing on your PS5 with
esos son todos los cambios.
Is actually a different
también la inteligencia artificial y demás. Y todo el resto de cambios sí van a estar en la antigua generación.
So
evidentemente ya los cambios visuales no.
And download the PS5 version manually.
Yeah, and it's worth mentioning that you have to move your save from playthrough on PS4 version of the game to the PS5.
Y no va a ser los últimos.
Exactly, and you can move only one, right? Like
es el mayor parche que se ha hecho hasta ahora.
That's right. And one more thing, we also on PS5 we support DualSense's haptic feedback and adaptive triggers.
Mola,
you can try them when you are driving
que usen los gatillos y la acción háptica.
It's also supported in weapons when you use them.
Yeah, so it's also
ya tener diferente comportamiento dependiendo de eso. Para quien tenga la Play, pues mira.
I implemented it.
Pavel implemented this in every sex scene personally.
No, I mean, I implemented the Joy Toys. Joy Toys. Like, so, hey.
You were like the main QA for this part, right?
Main designer, QA, programmer.
En Series S no va a haber ray tracing, ¿eh? Solo hay ray tracing en PS5 y en Series X. Series S no va a tener ray tracing. También lo veo evidente.
DualSense, there's more, right? Because there's also a speaker.
Yeah.
Also, we use speaker in the gamepad on PS5.
So basically, anything that is happening in this head, like getting phone calls, getting text, stuff like that, the sound will be coming out of the controller's speaker, so it's like closer to you.
Yes, exactly that.
Okay, so what now?
Muchos
What
cambios.
now? I think it's time to.
Los quiero ver yo por mí mismo.
The difference in modes on next-gen platforms, right?
Yeah, that's the important point.
So we have performance versus ray tracing. Our gameplay
30
was
frames,
in
gente.
the performance mode.
Sería
Am I
ese.
correct?
Yes.
So basically, you can either choose between performance when you get 60 FPS or ray tracing with the RTX enabled. So basically, whatever
Tendremos
you
60
feel is more
frames,
important for you when
4K.
you're playing the game, you can choose the correct mode to
Dinámico.
To go to. Easy
Y
as
luego
that.
30 frames 4K.
Easy as that. But we
Que supongo que
talked
será más
about
estable.
next-gen, but we also have something.
¿Dónde se aplica las sombras?
It's important for PC
del
players.
tracing de sombras.
Correct me if I'm wrong, of course.
Oh, yes.
We added something like benchmark. So pretty much, if you wanna, check how your GPU, your PC will actually perform.
Vamos a ver, lo del ray tracing en sombras es una pijada, ¿vale? Lo de las sombras esas mejoradas es una pijada, realmente.
A section of like a few dynamic scenes.
Que evidentemente la Series X es más potente.
Much, like, constantly, counted.
Ahora lo veremos.
How it's gonna be with RTX on, with RTX off, with DLSS on performance, balance, quality, whatever you prefer. Try them on, find the best one for you. Right now on the screen you can see that this is.
No, pero se nota, Ya ahora veremos el gameplay a 4K para verlo mejor todavía.
It comes from NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090. It's on 2K with the DLSS set on performance. So you can see the FPS in the top left corner. It's going to be 70, 80, something around that on this settings.
Right.
But like I mentioned, play with the settings.
Exactly, and I think that's the key always, to make the game work best.
Por aquí,
But Amelia, so that benchmark is available for both?
Yes, for all GPUs out there.
Exactly.
Se nota de cojones.
About technical stuff,
Mira, el Cristiano Ronaldo.
More, we support AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution now.
Yes. Finally, I've got so many questions all the time about this, and I couldn't say anything because I knew that we are working on it, and I wanted to tell you, but I couldn't. But now I can.
Bueno.
It's there. It's gonna be in the game.
Bueno. Me ha gustado muchísimos cambios que tenían que haber estado al principio, tengo que decirlo.
We talked about all the changes, all the DLCs.
Ahora nos veremos el gameplay a 4K, ¿vale?
How to download the patch event.
Íntegro, nos lo vamos a gozar aquí íntegro gameplay a 4K ahora cuando termine
when to
esto, ¿vale?
download the patch.
Yep, exactly.
So let us...
I think we can.
Tengo muchas ganas de verlo a calidad, a ver qué tal se ve.
Let's watch it.
Let's watch it then.
Sí, que tan evil.
Man, I fucking love it. I was born here, I live here, and downright refuse to die anywhere else. What the?
170 people were killed in a cyber psycho attack shocks West Springs.
Me están entrando unas ganas de jugar a Cyberpunk otra vez. Papi.
Listen, kid. There's one thing I can tell you about this city. You either love it,
Pana guapa,
or want to burn it. No middle ground. Coming here is a crash course in the survival of the fittest, the greediest, the most vile, and most corrupted gonks.
See this badge? That means I can do whatever the fuck I want.
But behind the blinding lights and all of the rot, you might just
Watch Dogs no tiene un mundo tan vasto como este ni de
discover
broma.
who can be found here. Night City is
Yo
full
lo
of
adelanto.
love, friendships, and family ties that run deeper than any cyberware eddies can buy.
Zapper dumples and filth.
Uf,
In some ways, Night City never
dan
changed.
ganitas de jugarlo otra vez. Dan ganitas, tío. Afterlife. No sé si me llega a conseguir todos los coches de las carreras ahora que han puesto el Afterlife. No sé si me llega. Creo que los conseguí todos los vehículos.
The city's promise.
Es que es vastísimo el mundo de Cyberpunk.
But if you want to know for sure, you just need to try it for yourself.
Experience Next City. Next Gen Update. Disponible ahora.
Yep.
There are no mistakes there.
Yeah, exactly.
¡Vamos!
The next gen update, patch
¡Vamos!
1.5 with all of this cool stuff that we've been talking
¡Eh!
about since
¡Y la demo!
is now
¡Hay una demo!
for everyone on all of the platforms. So guys,
Exactly, guys. No bullshitting. Just
Una demo,
go and
tío.
download it and check it yourself. Really.
Una maldita
and
demo,
while we're
tío.
talking about checking it out yourself, as you can see, we also released a free trial for all next-gen platforms, so PlayStation 5 Series, Xbox Series S and X. So if you still don't have the game, now is your chance to actually, you know, go to the store,
Pues gente,
and download it. And
quien no lo haya jugado y quiera probarlo tiene la oportunidad perfecta, tío.
Happy with
Ahora ya sí que sí.
And if you like it.
Yeah, and what's important, if you try the trial and then decide, okay,
Pues directo de Cyberpunk, pues no me lo digas dos veces,
to the full game, so
Son 60 gigas.
You don't lose anything.
Espérate, tendrán que
actualizárselo.
Madre mía.
I know that like some of our
Era cierto lo de la demo, tío.
prove us that, you know,
Ya te ha saltado la actualización, ¿no?
in 5 hours. But I mean, you know, that's fair. If you guys can do it, just go for it. Really, like, check it out yourself, try it out, you know, love it or burn it, really, like, see, you know, what Cyberpunk is.
Yes, totally. But like from like technical point of view as well, it's worth mentioning. The trial will be available for you for 30 days. Like we mentioned, 5 hours, and it's gonna be available for free. As the patch is also free for you.
Yes, right now. So this is everything basically. If you want to go and download the game right now, the patch 1.5.
Ah, mira, la actualización, loco.
You can just do it because it's already live. And in the meantime,
se está actualizando,
if you are
tío.
to get real into all of the changes that we introduced
está actualizando,
in the patch,
tío.
which we weren't able to tell you about all of them.
Qué bonito, qué bonito,
the
qué
patch notes are now
qué
available on
bonito.
cyberpunk.net, so you can go
tío.
and read them all.
Yeah, but secret puzzles changes you have to find by yourself.
You have to find yourself, yes.
Yeah, exactly. That being said, like during this stream, we have mostly focused on like improvements and add-ons and
Me
like,
gusta esto, papi.
or things that you guys have requested or like some bigger bugs, let's say. But there was actually ton
Sí,
of
le voy a dar un tiento al King of Fighter. Me la han pasado la clave.
have been working on for past months. And that is nowhere to be found on the patch notes. You won't find it there. You will actually only experience it in the game. We didn't want to like
63 gigas.
Thousands of entries because
¡Oh!
we only focused on the most important
¿Pero qué
things
dices?
for you. So really the only way to experience that is to
63
get the
gigas de
trial
actualización,
or like boot the
loco.
game and check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah. So I think our job here is done. You guys just go, download the patch, check out the patch notes, and
63 gigas, socio.
You're gonna love it.
Have fun, everyone, and I'll see you around.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Qué barbaridad,
I hope we'll
tío.
see each other in Night City. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye
guys.
everyone.
Joder, loco. Bueno. Pues aquí terminamos. Todo esto va a ir para YouTube. Pero antes de todo esto, porque se me está descargando y hasta que se me descargue y tal, vamos a ver el gameplay, ¿vale? Si queréis. Para ir abriendo un poquito boca el gameplay que han subido ellos. Lo vamos a ver a 4K, ¿vale? A todo lo que da. Así que, vamos a ver. Esto voy a dejar oculto. Que esto va a tardar 15 minutitos. Vamos a ver un ratito de gameplay. Ahí. Vamos a ver. Un ratito de gameplay. Hostia, es que la diferencia de verlo en el stream a verlo aquí, socio. Ajá. Ya tú sabes. Mientras se descarga, pues... Eso no queda la del brujo, sí. Esto es Series X, ¿vale? Sí. Estábamos viendo una Series X. Nos van a enseñar un poquito... Hostia, macho, se ve mucho mejor el puto juego, ¿eh? Ahora sí que se ve mucho mejor, tío. Se nota muchísimo cuando lo ves a calidad. Y no en streaming. Sí, está para todas. Vamos, para todas. Para PlayStation 5, para Xbox y para PC. Me van a hacer jugar a CYBERPUNK otra vez, tío. Me van a hacer jugar a CYBERPUNK otra vez. Noches y noches de vicio me he pegado yo al CYBERPUNK. ¿What? ¿Qué le ha pasado a las suscripciones? ¿Por qué aparecen tan
Tomate
arriba?
King baile Hello David como todo.
Muchas gracias, Metadragón, por la sub. Y por cierto, ¿dónde cojones? ¿Por qué están tan arriba las alertas? Vale, ya está. No sé por qué estaban tan arriba las alertas, tío. Pues aquí estamos viendo la actualización del CYBERPUNK. Tiene barba la chica. Buah, es que aquí se nota muchísimo la diferencia, tío. Es que viéndolo aquí con calidad, pues se nota. Es verdad, eres Alberto, tío. Es que como te has cambiado varias veces de nombre... Dios mío, tiene pelusilla. ¡Ah, corramos! Tiene pelusa. Ya te quedas bien, bien. Eso está bien, ¿eh? No te cambies más, que si no me lías, tío. Me haces el lío y... Vamos a pasar un poquito para adelante, ¿vale? A la calle. Esto es lo que yo quiero ver. ¿Cuándo es lo de Capcom? El día 21. Sí. Qué ganas me están dando de jugarlo otra vez. Más distancia de dibujado, muchos más NPC. Muchos más, Que alguno decía por ahí que la calle estaba vacía. Me ha dicho por ahí uno antes, coño, pues. Qué bueno, tío. Qué ganas de jugarlo otra vez. A mí realmente CYBERPUNK me encantó, Lo que pasa es que tenían muchísimos bugs. Ese es el problema, tío. Me saltaron bugs por todos lados. Pero a mí, como juego, me encantó. Gráficamente la cosa ha mejorado mucho, tío. Lo voy a jugar, sí, tío. Es que me gustó mucho CYBERPUNK, Me gustó muchísimo, tío. No sabéis una idea el vicio que yo me pegué a esto, Es que han cambiado muchas cosas, incluso en los putos menús, tío. Vamos a darle para adelante. Un poquito. Ahí. Eso era canon de Behind the Game, hombre, por supuesto. Mira lo del cuchillo este que han hablado antes. Tienen camuflaje. Hay mucho de katanas, tío. De cuchillos, tío.
The hell is this?
Hay mucha mejora también en los reflejos. $166 gigas, Dios. A mí me ha pedido 63, creo que eran. 63 gigas. No, este vídeo es en Series X. Mirad, lo pone arriba. Cyberpunk 2077 Next Gen Gameplay Xbox Series X. Es de Xbox, no es de PC. Sí, una pasada la actualización. Enorme, tío. Madre, loco, socio. Muerto. Se me acuerdo lo del puto inventario, chaval. Yo que soy de cogerlo fucking todo, tío. Estaba antes viendo mejoras, ¿no? Aquí, mira, escenario nocturno, socio. Guapo, tío.
As soon as I saw you that time, I thought to myself, those are some balls on that one. And I definitely need someone with a pair for this job.
Never mind the testicles. Tell them to keep those hands attentive.
Estoy viendo aquí las...
Always wound up in a ditch whenever Carrie drove.
These your wheels?
God, no. Come on. Borrowed.
Mejoras visuales y de rendimiento en las consolas de próxima generación. Incluye funciones de trazado de rayos y escalado 4K dinámico en Series X y PlayStation 5. Tiempos de carga más rápidos y más. Extensiones narrativas. Incluye nuevas interacciones para las relaciones y un sistema Fisher revisado para una exploración más inmersiva. Contenido adicional gratuito. Accede a nuevos apartamentos para V, nuevos equipos, opciones de personalización de personajes y más. Cambios en el juego, incluyendo mejoras en el mapa, la interfaz de usuario, mejoras en la IA y la multitud, cambios en la calidad de vida y muchos otros. Hombre, algo han cambiado, ¿no? Yo creo. Algo han cambiado, yo creo. Algo han cambiado, algo.
Seriously? Don't see the fuckery here? Screw it. Doesn't matter.
Si te coges otra facción.
Just listen to the plan. The truck with the us cracks kid will be coming this way. Got a tip. We do it old style, like last century. We blow the fucker up. No gear.
Vale, antes era el modo calidad, ahora están poniendo el modo rendimiento. Pues esto va a 60 frames. Están poniendo el modo rendimiento ahora. Espérate, vamos a ver cómo cuando se bajan del coche. Esto es el modo rendimiento. Sí. Yo me elegí los corpos la primera vez. La primera vez que jugué me elegí los corpos, tío. Mejor distancia dibujado. Menos popping. Más resolución. Voy a ver aquí los interiores, ¿vale? ¿Qué hay por aquí interiores? Esta es la misión que hacemos con... El modelado también en la ropa se nota, ¿eh? La ropa se nota, ¿eh?
Great. Be right back with it.
Oh, shit. Just coming down now.
Sí, el Kenu se ve un poco...
Fucking awesome.
Tengo como un medio holograma.
Last tour, last concert vibes from the crowd, me on stage. Oh, fuck. Just thought about those us cracks cunts again. You think we got them?
Esta misión yo sí la hice. Esta misión yo sí la hice. No cuento nada porque si no os spoileo, ¿vale? Esta misión sí la hice yo.
Look at this. Unlistenable. That trash is their biggest hit.
Si lo sacaban así en el lanzamiento era GOTY.
Totalmente, totalmente. Vale, esto es lo que has enseñado antes. Pero con buena calidad.
Hey, how's it going?
Music in here's god awful.
Yeah, I like it. Beat keeps me awake.
Wanna have a word with your boss?
Buf, tú ya le falta, ¿eh?
Oh.
Ya le falta.
He doesn't really like to talk.
I don't care if he likes to talk.
Y eso que va rápido.
Sure, he's upstairs in the VIP room. Just don't expect a friendly welcome.
¿Lo pondrán como GOTY este año? No, no creo. Sí, y en el propio apartamento te puedes cambiar el peinado y puedes modificar el propio apartamento, tío.
Boss knows a lot of peeps. Sure as shit ain't tight with a single one.
Yeah, but
Boss said to let nobody.
Ya se puede descargar del pass. ¿Quién ha dicho que esto está en el pass?
So cut the act.
Tienes una demo. Pero de Game Pass nada.
Let's see what's crawling around here.
Esto es lo que hemos visto antes, no sé. Voy a poner por aquí, ya termina. Y resubo esto al canal de gameplays, ¿vale? Esto es el exterior de antes. Pasa es que aquí se ve con mucha más calidad de la que se veía antes, tío. ¿Qué han anunciado? Pues un huevo de cosas. La Nicoteca, muchas cosas, tío. Han anunciado muchas cosas. Pues nada, gente. Hasta aquí hemos llegado. La verdad es que yo me quedo muy contento. Me quedo muy contento. ¿Sabes lo peor de todo? Que no voy a poder jugar ahora porque tengo que grabar. Porque es mi vida. Chili, capullo, para que te des cuenta qué bonita es la vida del youtuber, Ahora mismo yo me tiraría aquí a jugar a CYBERPUNK y no puedo. Pero ¿sabes qué? Esta noche lo pienso hacer. Y esto irá para el canal de gameplay. Espero que os haya gustado mucho y lo dicho. Para el canal de gameplay íntegro.